Okay, we're just having fun here. Gonna do a little work to the old town car here. We got some sway bar bushings, some poly mount sway bar bushings that definitely time for them. I got some polys upgraded to blue, so that's how you know they're good. Blue is good. Let's grab our bag of tools. Oh shit. Can't grab it with one hand. No! Come on here, Phil. What are you caught on? That's what's caught on. So, you got that. I got some blaster. Let's see. So I'll need TV blaster. Probably some stuff on there. Don't think anything. That would be nice. So I should find what I do with my impact, but okay. Alright, got the bag of tools. We got the car jacked up. Our huge jack stand supported. I got my grease gun because I'm greasing my chassis, lubing my chassis. I did new chassis stuff on this, so it all needs to be lubed. Empty my pockets of stuff. We're gonna need the sway bars, bushings down there. I don't need the keys. Okay. Scan tool dongle is out of my pocket. I don't want to break it. It's expensive to replace the Altel dongles. I'm not a fan of having to replace them because I did stupid stuff. Had them in my pocket. I rolled on them or whatever. So we're going to start by just giving these the douche. Just a couple bolts that hold each one. So, well, nuts rather. Because they're studs for you to go through. I've given them a douche. We're just going to have to take those out. And you can see how my others are starting to kind of crack up. And the car has 180 some odd thousand. While I'm down here, I'm going to lube stuff. You see my new oil adapter housing, how dry and clean it is. You can see how dry my oil pan and engine are. It's all pretty dry under here, really. Pretty clean, oil free. Not bad at all. But I've been through this motor. Y'all know, so we're gonna get my bag where I can grab my sockets made. Like that. Might get yourself ready ahead of time, unlike someone, me, who's not prepared. Should be a 16. There's my 16. Alright. Took me just a little bit to find my 16. Should have had my tools ready before I started recording. Be my bad. Off. Could be a little extension I'm going to use a half drive to ratchet to get this down. I got an extendable one here. So I can put a little bit of torque. I'm gonna of course, this car's not too terribly bad on the frame. So, as you can see, the frame looks pretty good. Frame looks pretty good. I'm gonna redo the coils. I put new shocks in this, but I'm not happy with those shocks. So I'm gonna redo those. While I'm under here, I'm gonna grease the sway bars and stuff. I've greased the upper ball joint. So you put a 16 on there deep. I've got an extension, which is longer than I need, but so I'm gonna get this nut off and the back nut off, which are both 16s on my car, and then we'll be right back, okay? These are sway bar bushings, not the link-ins, which link-ins are here. Which I'll show those at a later date, probably. I can see the bushings gone on that one. We're just gonna do the bushings. You can see mine are starting to crack up. And so that's all I'm doing is the bushings. And they just have rear ones too, which are gonna get an upgraded sway bar on this one. So we're gonna get this done and we'll be back, okay? We'll be back. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna just slide the new one in. All right, we got both of our nuts off here. So now our shackle should just pull right down off. Make sure it's clean in there, not rusty. Mine's not. I'm gonna put some silicone grease on it. Now these aren't split like the aftermarket ones I have. So I'm gonna slip this around and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cut them off with like a serrated blade later. But you can kind of see how rusty they are. There's a thing that keeps it from sliding inboard, so I've got to slide them out for it. You can see a little bump, so sit you down and wiggle this around here. Get it off or whatever I need to do. Maybe get something, go ahead and burn this off with my torch. Maybe what I need to do. Oh, it's sway bars. The kid's pretty loose. So we're gonna I'm gonna go get something and cut that off, okay? I'll be right back with y'all. Okay. I'm gonna cut here because I can't make that bend. On the older 80s town cars, I could slide them inboard and then cut them off. But this one has that bump there on the sway bar. So we're gonna, and once you get these loose, you'll have some wiggle room to move this around a little bit. So you can see how loose that other bushing is, and this one was pretty loose. You can see it almost made that turn. So what we'll do is probably cut it right across there with some sort of serrated blade. Then we'll get them on. Okay. All right, so we got the poly on. So all the polys are pretty simple. To get these off, so you just slice that across here. See? Try to see how. Get down here where I can kind of see the splits, cracks that were in it. She was pretty bad. And the poly ones, you can see how wore out the hole was a little bit. You can see how these were swollen up a little bit there. And the poly one, you can see how it just splits apart there, so I could slip it right on. These were not split. They came on the sway bar from Ford. I mean, you can see where I cut it, but you can also see where it just seen better days. So we got this back on. So we just slid the shackle right back on it here. So now all we're gonna do is take our nut and we're gonna start. We're gonna do this the easy way. Start like one of them. A few turns by hand. I wanna use, and that's kind of pull it back up in place. So they will, they'll pull it back up in place. You just want to snag her up. And snag her up. That'll be great. So we're going to start our bolts, both of them, by hand. Get them started. And then we're going to turn one at a time. Because we want to try to draw it up even. So like, see, I got them both started here. Let's see, get my light up here. So I got them both started. So what we'll do, so I'm gonna turn the front one a few turns. Then I'm gonna turn the back one a few turns. And then the front one a few turns. And then the back one. So I can try to draw this up even. Okay? So I'm gonna get it drawn up there.
Howdy.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic. You?
Excellent, thank you. All right. Okay. Here it is installed. That's what the poly bushing looks like installed. It's all torqued down. Torque spec is, I don't know. I just went with the good old good and tight. So she's good and tight. And that is sway bar bushings. Bushings, not link ends. So sway bar link ends are these guys here. You can see that top is bad. So we're going to be doing this link end here soon. So we'll do that. We're going to be doing that. Meanwhile, I'm going to get to greasing. See all the grease fittings on everything that's been replaced. I got my grease fitting, my grease gun. It's good old red and tacky in there. We're gonna grease her up. You can see all my new radiator hoses when I went in with this thing. All new coolant hoses, all new adapter housing gaskets. Oil pan gasket, you can see it's dry. So, new pitman on idlers, upper control arms. I have lower ones but haven't done them. I do have lower control arms I bought and haven't done them. So, yeah. Oil filter, adapter housing, oil pressure switches. Yeah, everything was new when I went in with it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to get the other one done off camera, get stuff greased up. I'll have to jack up the other side to do it. But, that's how you do one on the... This is a 99. It's going to be the same for all the town cars. 91, 1990 all the way through like 03 when they went to that all aluminum front end. Now, you got the rack and pinion and stuff. I think they've changed these different, and I do know that Lincolns are different. So, I'm going to say they've probably changed the sway bar too, but don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure they have, and we'll get into one of those cars. We've got one. Don't need bushings yet, but we'll change them. So that's what I'm doing. So peace. I want to thank you for watching, and that's been how to do this.